David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Throwing, Mensah. Got a man, it's Lofton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There's a crease. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Hurricanes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Handoff for Brown. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Hey, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, Get your guy a touch. Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert third and long to keep it going. Running inside. It's Fletcher. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown will throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Kane. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. grab behind the line. It's Nimrod. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Brown wants to pass. Going deep. Goes high to pull it in. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. The run inside. It's Cobb. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
We're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Now the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's Fletcher. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Mensah. Got it set up on the outside. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Punt is in the air. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Got 9 yards on the play, leads him with 3rd and a yard.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Cobb. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package. And I think
going for it all. Touchdown, Auburn! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snags it, and he's open. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Making side adjustments here. They'll run it on the counter. Breaks the tackle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it to the right side. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Mensah to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Mensah. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. There's some room. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Singleton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction.
out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. The run inside, it's Cobb. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Really well-struck punt high into the sky. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. There's a little room there. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
It's on target and complete. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Mensah. Dangerous screen into traffic. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Brown will throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. That could be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Waning seconds in the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We are just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running inside. It's Cobb. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Looking for room. It's Cobb. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Makes the catch, just steamrolling the defense. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. Just plowing ahead. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Well, this defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath because it could be a house call. And you know they're going to keep giving him the football here in the drive. Up front, this defense has got to get a lot more physical.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Mensah to throw. Gets it out fast. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Trying to move them on the counter. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Hurricanes will try to pick it up on fourth down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now facing third and short from their own 17. Brown will throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. Makes the catch at the 35. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Throwing, Mensah. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's a give to Washington. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Give to Washington again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. So now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip and tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Well, the turnover squandered an opportunity to put this game away a moment ago. Now they'll have to pull, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
What a great grab. This guy has been unstoppable all game long. Wherever he's lined up, the quarterback's been looking his way. And I got to tell you, I would too. If you're going to make catches like that for me, I am going to force feed you the football.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Brown will throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Could be an alley. Tripped up for the tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping a manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Miami! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
We've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick throw in this game.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Brown will throw it. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets away from one, finds room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Auburn lines up quickly.
Kill. 139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide. Don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Looking left. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack. That might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pressure coming. can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, and get out of here with a W.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll give it on the counter. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, I think the running back is showing you his experience and his awareness. I love that run, not so much about the game. I love the fact that he didn't run out of bounds. A lot of younger guys probably would have done that. You've got the lead here late. You want to bleed the clock. Really, really smart decision that time by the running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The give to the right. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They boot it away on 4th down. Catch is made at the 15. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field.
Throws it deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse